So guys, we are live again. So today is the last session, hopefully. In this session, we'll be doing some changes to our code, and we'll be generating the APK with also we'll set the app icon, and we'll see the process of uploading our app on Play Store. So let's begin. Uh, this is where we left our code. So in the last session, uh, we did almost everything. uh, in the main activity we were fetching, yeah, like this wallpapers, and when we open it, click on it, in the full screen we were showing the wallpaper. So while testing I saw that, yeah, the wallpaper is being hidden, the bottom part, by this ad. So we will fix that first, and then we'll move forward. So for that, we'll have to make the changes uh, here in the full screen, as well as in the main screen also. Like, the ad is hiding a part of the layout. So what we'll do is we'll go to full screen. So here, yeah, so in the image view, what we have to do is we have to set these constants: start to start of parent, end to end of parent, top to top of parent, and bottom should be constant bottom to top of ad view, this thing. Apart from that, this thing height should be as 0 dp, as the constraint layout doesn't supports the match parent constraint property. So to make it work, see this: if it's match parent, it is like covering the ad will be covered by it. So if you are making it 0 dp, so it will take the available height, as we consider the layout weight is as 1 in linear layout, so it works similar to that. Moving forward, in activity underscore main, we'll do, okay, so here this part is inside the content underscore main, so we should move to there. So here we have to do something similar. uh, Here we have to add top to top of parent, start to start of parent, end to end of parent, yeah, and bottom to top of ad view, and we should make the height as 0 dp. That's it. So sorry, so here this thing is here. Now we can see the complete wallpaper. Upon clicking it, again we can see the complete wallpaper. Here I have allowed this to be overlaid, these buttons, this layout, so that is okay, and the wallpaper is now uh, covering the whole screen. No part is hidden, so our wallpaper app is complete. So here we have this 3 dot menu. Here it's saying settings. This was auto generated, so what we'll do is we'll change that to, so here it's see this thing is the code for that. So for adding this 3 dot menu, as well as multiple options, we'll have this menu file, menu underscore main, in menu resource folder, resource menu, inside that we should add file. So here, see this, we have the settings. This only one item is there, so we can add multiple items here, which will appear in this three dot menu. So like suppose I will change this action underscore settings id as rate underscore app, and I will change the title to rate app like this. Okay. Category, like if you have multiple items, suppose if I open this, so here if I do this 200, see this, like if I make this 300, the order will be changed. So this thing is like category, we can shift like this, and this will be again in order, as well as sometimes we can also set the icons too. So for implementing the functionality, when we select an option, that should be done here in the correspondent activity. Here we can see, here this is an overrided function on create options menu. So we need to override this function in the activity outside the on create function. So when we do this, in this we'll get a menu object, so we have to get the menu inflator and inflate this layout. So it will consider that layout and inflate it in the activity, and we will have to pass this object. So this will inflate the menu. Next thing, on options item selected, so we will have to override this method too. This method is for, see this, here it's already written, auto generated code, handle action bar items. Click here, the action bar will automatically handle clicks on the home or up button. This home or up button is like sometimes we have a navigation menu, so here we used to have a button either back or we'll have like three dashes, home button, like that. We can do one more thing, we can remove this action bar in this full screen, so we'll do that. Okay, so before that we'll add functionality to this. We'll remove this. So here we have a single rate app, so that the user can rate a app in Play Store. So here ID is rate app. So inside this, what we have to do is we have to make an intent and pass the user to Google Play Store. So for that, sorry, first we'll have to make a URI, like similar URL type of, so to pass the user to Play Store directly. So we'll start with URI. So we can use this alt enter. So what I used was alt enter here. Sometimes if there is anything which we are typing, if it's not imported as it suggested me, so we can press alt enter and it will generate import the dependency. So we'll create this URI equals to URI.parse. So here we should pass the Play Store URL. So what we'll do is, if we directly give the URL, then what happens is the app may take direct to the browser, then from the browser to the Play Store. So what we'll do is we'll make a particular intent in such a way that if Play Store is available, then it should take to the Play Store. If Play Store is not available, then it should take to browser. Like if we are doing it in emulator, then it will take to the browser. So we'll do this. We have to write market slash slash. So details question mark id. this thing this thing is very important. This is the like a URI format prefix for Play Store, or we can say App Store, anything like that. So here the ID equals to, so here what we have to do is we have to pass the package name of our app, so the unique name which is used by the App Store. So that is what we have said in the starting. So instead of directly typing that, what we can do is uh, we can call get package name. So it will get that and append to the string. So we have got our URI. So now what we'll do is we'll create an intent. What we'll name is, we will name this as go to market equals to new intent. This intent will be of type action underscore view intent dot action underscore, like see this, we have multiple things, like if we have to as we have used here, I'll show you this thing. See this, here we use action underscore send to send the image, share via WhatsApp or anything. So here what we'll do is we have to view a particular app, you have to view a website, something like that. So action underscore view. Here what we have to pass is we have to pass the URI. Sorry. We have to do one more thing. We have to add flags. Flags like to maintain the history, like when we are moving from one intent to another intent, there will be history. There will be a particular task handled by the OS, Android OS. So for that, when the user views the app in Play Store, rate, when they press the back button, they should come back to our app or not. We have to make those arrangements here by adding the flags. So what we'll do is go to market dot add flags, intent dot flag underscore activity underscore no history. This is one flag. One more flag, we'll have to add one more flag, that is we have to add intent, sorry, intent dot this thing is that activity underscore multiple tasks. And one more. Okay, we can add that one more here. Intent dot flag activity underscore new document. So here we are getting a warning, field requires API level 21, current minimum is 90. So what we can do is we can move this from here. So we can surround it in a if statement, if build dot version, version SDK version dot SDK int is greater than API 21 is lollipop. Yep. Build dot version codes dot, yeah, lollipop 21. So here we can do that. Go to market dot add flags, intent dot flag activity, new document. Now we have to start the activity. Try. Why I'm doing this in a try is, I'll show you. Start activity, go to market. That's it. So here, why I'm surrounding it with a try catch block is, if suppose the activity is not found, if the Play Store market is not available, then we have to make arrangements for that. So activity not found, exception. Here what we have to do is, we have to make a new intent equals to new intent. We can say action, intent dot action underscore view, comma, we can directly pass the URI. What we'll do is, we'll generate the URI directly here, URI dot parse. Here we should pass the URL, app URL, start activity, intent. So here what we have to do is, we'll get a URL, so this is a normal URL. So this here, from here to here is the main URL. After that, this is the package name. So we'll copy this, we'll add it here, and we'll append package name, get package name. And this thing is of no use. Now so we'll run our app. So here we go. So we have got this wallpapers. Here we have got the red app. When we click, Play Store is not available, so it's forwarding us to the browser. So now it says no, the requested URL was not found, as we have not uploaded our app on the Play Store yet. So next thing is, we have to upload it. So for uploading, see this here, is our app wallpaper. So here is our wallpaper app. So here it's a default app icon. So we will change our app icon. So like in the previous sessions, while explaining, I have shown you guys the JSON file. Like I've shown you the JSON file, which contains the URL database, URL accessing, and many other stuff. So those are revealed. So that is why what I did is, I created a clone of this application here. So I believe everything is fine here. Yes, activity underscore main. So it's done here. So we'll now continue from this app. So it's completely same, the clone with some minor customizations as per my needs. So what we'll do now is we'll have to set an app icon. So we'll do this. So uh, so here I have a icon, and for like we can change the icon in updates too. So I've just got this in a very less span of time, like as I've made the arrangement of the session, but I forgot to make that icon, so I just made it a random one. So what we'll do is we'll go here, we'll go to file, you have to go to file, new. Okay, so I have to open any Java file, new. Here I'm going to image asset. So previously we have seen the vector asset. We were taking a few vectors. Yes. In our previous session, we were generating the icons share as well as that download vector icon. So now we'll make an image asset. So here this is the default one, IC underscore launcher. So we'll keep the name same. So the previous will be replaced. So here what we'll have to do is we have to select the image. We have to select the path. So I'll do is I'll get the path, file, new, image asset. So here let's stop. So here is our app icon. So here what we'll have to do is we have to make few changes here, like this will be the Google Play Store icon. It is automatically generate, it will generate that also. Here is the long round legacy icons, circle, square, rounded square. So what we'll do is do something like this. We can like change the appearance. This is one thing. So it's almost okay. We'll increase a bit. Okay, and background layer, we'll apply the same here. Like we can change the colors or we can change the background layer. I'm doing it same because the only change will be in this full bleed layers icon for the big such DPI layers. So we'll do this. This is a app icon, type of minimalist. So next thing, next. So see this, it will replace the existing. Finish. So when now we'll run app, this is the real ad. So it's showing test as we are in emulator. So we'll go back here, we'll search and see this. So our app icon is set. Now what we will do is we'll generate a publishable APK. So the publishable APK is signed APK. So we'll have to sign the APK with our signature. So what we should do is one more thing, guys. Like here I'll show you. We'll shift to Android level. So here in the build.gradle module app, go here and make this thing minify enabled as true, as well as add shrink resources as true. So what these things are used is the minify enable will remove the unwanted or unused code from a project in the APK, so the release APK, and the shrink resources will shrink the all the images, the content which can be shrink, the resources, layouts like that. uh, so after that sync, we'll go back here. I have already done that here. So here is the version code. So while updating your app, this version code has to be changed, the version name, so that users can identify the main developer side as well as the Play Store side. The version code is important for users to identify, which is visible for users is this version name. So now we'll generate APK. I hope I have done everything. Yeah, hope so. So we'll go to build. So here in this build we have this build bundles and APKs. This will build the normal debug mode APK or bundle. So we'll go to this generate signed bundle or APK. So this thing will generate a APK which can be published on Google Play Store. We'll go here. So see this, we have option of APK, we have option of Android app bundle. So app bundle, generate a signed app bundle for upload to app stores. Smaller download size, on demand app feature, asset only modules. So this will generate a bit bigger size, but the download size at the Play Store level will be smaller. On demand app features like particular feature update will be there. We can do that with this. So we'll click next. So here what we have to do is we have to create a new file, signature file. It will be a format .jks. We'll have to create new. So we have to select a path for the file to be stored. We'll have to type the password. Again, this is the key store password, and this thing can be key 0, nothing. So after that we'll have to do this, enter the password of key password. We can keep this 100, 1000 validity, like okay, and we can add few details here like the certification type of it's not mandatory, this thing is optional. One more thing, like after generating the key you have to store the key. Like make sure you keep a backup in drive as well, like a cloud backup as well as a backup in your devices. So if sometimes if you lose your device, there will be backup. So what we'll do is we'll generate a new so here I have a few previous keys. So we'll do this, we'll add minimalist wallpapers app. Okay, so here we'll have to add the password, keystroke password, and this key password. So what I'll do is I will just make this as blank. I will enter it. So I'm entering the details. uh, so now I will show you guys. So I have entered the details, so now we'll press OK. I'm not sure whether it will reveal the passwords at the side, that is why I'm hiding the screen. So now there is nothing to hide, like I just don't want to reveal, like, as it will lead to some different circumstances. So here is the location of the JK's signature key. Here is the keystroke password. I'll make it remember passwords. Export encrypted key. I will not do this. Why I'm not generating a key for enrolling published apps in Google Play App Signing? So I will show you about that while uploading it on Google Play Store. So we'll move to next. So we'll select release, finish. So this will build and generate a publishable signed APK. So what we'll do is we'll go to play console. Play. So this is Google Play publisher account console, Google Play console. So here are my apps which I have uploaded on Google Play Store. So so this is because of this virus going on, like they are taking some amount of time, more time. So here for publishing apps on Play Store, for getting this account you have to pay a one-time fee of $25. So once you pay that, so bundle is generated. Okay, so here is our app bundle. So the app size is 3.57 MB bundle size. So we'll go back here. So this cost you $25. So once you pay and get this account, you can upload n number of apps, though there is no need, no limit, no restrictions of number of apps. So you can just buy it for $25, whereas for Apple iOS account, developer account cost $100 every year. Like we have to pay $100 every year. First we have to pay 100, register, then after every year we have to pay again, whereas Play Store one time $25. So we'll create a new application, like we can see all our previous applications, we can manage, check the reviews, ratings, statistics, we can update. So we'll go to create a new application, create application. So default language English, title minimalist. Okay, it's wallpaper. So this thing, title also play a very important role in getting downloads. So I'm just checking out few existing apps. So I will keep the title plain simple. So after that, clicking on create, see this. So here so here this is the title. Here we have to provide short description, full description. So the short description is like what you see, a basic tag here, and the full description, when you click read more, that is the full description. So we'll add a short description. this, we'll close this. I think this is the file. Yeah, so I have stored few things here, so we'll copy this, we'll go here, we'll paste this. So this is my short description. So this can be up to 80 characters long. The title can be up to 50 characters long. So this text, a title, short description, full descriptions is plays a part, the major part in App Store optimization, like for getting the organic installs, like when the user search particular keywords, minimalist, like for in our app, like for other apps, if a particular app is of wallpapers or wallpaper, so based on that, the description should have a good amount of keywords. uh, so there are many factors. Apart from this, we have to add some great icons, screenshots, so all those involves in ASO. So for full description, what we'll do is, so we'll copy this for full description. Here what I'll do is, okay, here we go. I'll add this, sorry, note. I will change this to this websites. So just in case, like I've got the wallpapers from uh, Pexels, the public websites. So make sure like to add as like some, suppose if if there are any copyright, then they can claim, we can remove it on the, so we'll add something. Else we'll do is, so this thing, like I will do few things later onwards, like I can do that in updates too. So we'll have to add this few description, so we can add up to 4000 characters. So here we'll have to add the app icon, so we'll have that generated here. Where is that release? So we'll copy this path. So here we have, so this is the generated for Play Store. So we'll take this, we'll upload it here. So this is how our icon will look on Google Play Store. So we have done with the title, we have done with the short description, we have done with the full description. Yes, we have done with the icon. We'll have to add screenshots. So for screenshots, what we'll do is, well, okay, we'll go here, we'll generate a few screenshots. Can even take few screenshots from our app as well. Okay, so well, I will existing screenshots. Okay, then I'll minimize this. So there are many screenshot generators, like suppose our app content inside a particular phone template. So we can store screenshot generator. See this, there are many, so you can go through them and consider any one you like it. So this is one among the simple straight to go. So what we'll do is we'll add few images. I add this, so I will move from here. So did so I'll consider this images for screenshots. So I'm adding one here. Consider this. Add this and last this. So I'm generating 4 screenshots. Here we can change this background pink to some any other colors. Like here we have this, we can even shift to gradient. So like this. Can add text, or we, if not, it's our choice. I'll add minimal designs. Minimalist backgrounds. We can even change the font. This looks good. We'll go to background again. Okay, this looks good enough. So we'll generate this. We can even change the layouts, like the text at the top or text at the bottom. We can even change the device appearance. We can shift to iPhone, we can shift to others. So current is, I think this is being used. We can shift to this. We'll use this one only. Like that looks good. So next we'll have to download preview. So this okay, back to editing. We'll do one more thing. I will increase the font size. Okay, enough. Preview. Here it will generate. You can download this, so it will give us a zip file. Okay, so generate twice. That is okay. So we'll go to show in folder. Here we'll extract this. Okay, here we have got our 4 images. So we'll go here. So here we have to upload the files. What we'll do is we'll just grab them here, and we can do like this also. So also we can provide the screenshots for tablet as well, give them. Okay, we can do that in update as well. So we can arrange the screenshots. So in an update, like I have not updated the database yet, so that's just default. I'll have to upload a few images in the database and take few more screenshots of the actual working app and upload here in the update. So we can add that in the update, like we can change this anytime. We don't need to update our APK for changing the screenshots or icon of Play Store. For changing the icon of app which will appear in the launcher, we obviously have to change this here. So while updating, make sure you change this to 2, so increment it for every update of APK. And this, like you can do 1.0.1 or 1.01 or 1.1, it's up to you. So we have done with the screenshots, we are done with the, it's just I'll make sure save a draft so I don't face any issues. So for so we have to add this feature graphic. So this is this thing, feature graphic. I'll show other apps. So this thing. So like before in previous Play Store versions, we used to see a image at the top, rectangular image. Then there will be this part. So we have to upload that too. So what I'll do is, as of now, I'll generate here. What should I do this for this? Okay, feature graphic, Google Pay. Here Nori be here. So this will generate as plain simple. Feature graphic. Here background enabled. You can choose a image for background as well. So let's see what we can apply here. So what I'll do is I will copy this, paste, edit. What I'll do is I will rotate this like this, save. So I've got a horizontal image. So now I will choose, okay, file, so go to that path, select this. So okay, so I'll have to zoom out. Here what I'll do is I'll make the title minimalist wallpapers. Here minimal minimal backgrounds, minimal papers and backgrounds. Change this color well. So we'll have to do some different colors. Okay. Okay, so here this is bold, let it be bold. Here we can change the color of this. We can even move it a bit. Okay, then we have to type this again. Minimal wallpapers and backgrounds. So yeah, what I'll do is minimalist wallpapers. So this is good enough. I'm concerned about this image at this point here. Okay, so we'll this font effect for font family sans serif. Okay, so I'll click download. We'll check this out. Okay, let's see. I'll upload this. So here this feature graphic size is of 1200 by 500 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, oh sorry, 10245 500. So we'll go here, we'll upload this here. So we are done with feature graphic. Okay, see this here. So we have to make sure we maintain these dimensions, else if we upload then it will give us errors. So we have to then resize. So make sure like while you are generating or designing, consider the dimensions respectively. Next thing, we will not uploading any of this. So like these are optional, so this thing is mandatory. These screenshots, at least 2 screenshots are required minimum. App icon, this like compulsory things with this star mark, and these are optional, so we are not doing that. Application type, applications, category will be personalization. So category will be personalization. We can even productivity, creativity. Personalization is good to go. So we'll have to add this tags, content rating. Before that, what we have to do is we have to upload a APK to do this. So I'll write my email here, phone number. So we'll, for uploading the APK, we have to go here, this app release section. So here in this app release, we have this production track, open beta, and close track. The production track is the main production level. Open track beta is open, like beta version, which is open for everyone. This close track is for like closed testing for a particular group of people, and this internal test track is for this thing. Like if we have to, like there are few things, this is new, Before, like, there was only alpha. This is for if we have to deal with the in-app purchases, or if you particular referral systems, then we need our app compulsory to be on Play Store even for testing, so we can just upload it and testing. So this will not be available with for everyone, or only for limited members, like the users, developers, for testing them. So upload test versions of apps and share them with your team for internal testing within minutes. Else, what happens is, like, for that, uh, we require, it takes, sometimes it may take up to 3 days, or like now it's taking up to 7 days for reviewing our app and allowing it to publish on Play Store for the approval. This is pre-registration. You guys might have seen, like, there are few apps open for pre-registration. So once launched, we'll get a notification in our Play Store. So like many big games does that, like, the famous ones, and they do get pre-registrations. Okay, so we are publishing in production level. So go to manage in production. So we'll create a release. So even when you have to update, so we have to go to production or beta, whatever you wish. In that, we have to create new release. So here this the thing. So I said, like, export that key. So I did not opt it for that, and I said I will show you while publishing the app on Play Store. So here we have got this. So what I am doing is, let Google create and manage my app signing key recommended. So I'm letting the Google do that. So I don't have a burden on my, like, even suppose if I lose my signature key, then uh, I can contact the Google team and tell them to reset my key so that I can upload, continuing that I have lost my key. Or else, if we do this, then we have to do this, upload multiple keys, you have to maintain them, we have to keep a backup. But I strongly suggest that make sure you keep a backup, as it will be a lengthy process contacting them, waiting them to reply, to reset the key signature, then we have to upload, keep the backup. So make sure, like, once the key is generated, just keep in drive. So I'm doing this. I'll just continue. So I'm opting in for Google Play signing. So here we can upload our APK or app bundle. So we'll release. So here is our app. Yeah. So here I am moving it. Now we can even click on browse files, navigate to the file. Simple shortcut, drag and drop. It's taking time. It will take process. The time will vary based on the application size. So it's done. Like, here, see this app download size, compress single of a single APK or the APKs that will be downloaded by users. So the app size varies from 2.5 to 2.56 MB. So that's 2.5 MB. Let's consider that. Whereas the app bundle is of size 3.5 MB. So, like I said, so the app bundle will be of a bigger size. The download size will be varied differently. So, like, it is recommended to use app bundles. As you can see, there are many features. So here it has got the release name from the bundle itself, APK. So here, initial release, we can write initial release, or I can say simple collection of minimal wallpapers and backgrounds. So here we'll save this. So here when I go to review, see this, like whenever you complete a part of each section, so these are the mandatory content rating. I will show that. So this green tips, so I'll go to review. So here I can start rollout to production. So as you know, it is disabled, like I have to do all this. Once all the ticks are green, this button will get enabled and I can upload it. So we'll go back to scroll, we'll go here first, content rating. So this thing is also important, so you guys can read this, pause and read it. Okay, so like, so what this thing is like, the uh, like it asks us for the content of the application, whether we use a particular type of content which is age restricted, which has got uh, what kind of features it has got, like whether it deals with the person, like whether there are options to share digital data for users, audio sharing, and like that. Also whether it contains any offensive language, like that. I will show you. Okay, continue. So based on this form, it will decide uh, what is the content age rating. So for particular age, whether it is allowed or not, like from age criteria will based on our filling this form. So only after approval of this will our app will be published. Okay, so R is of type, select this utility. See this, we have like we have to select a category, like whether it's a reference, news, educational or social networking forms, like that, or content, consumer, commercial. So examples like Netflix, Amazon, eBay, games, any kind of games. The app is a game. Entertainment, the app is meant to entertain users. Examples include talking Angelia, so face changer. These are excluded. Other than that, okay, so here we have a utility. So we'll opt for this. So this got a bigger part. So does the app contain violent material? No. Does the app contain sexual material or nudity except in natural or scientific settings? No. Language, offensive language? No. Controlled substance, reference to depictions of illegal drugs? No. Promotion of age restricted products or activities? No. Miscellaneous. So this thing here, does the app natively allow user to interact or exchange content with other users through voice communication or text? So like if you are having a chat application, image sharing, so you will have to opt for yes. So if we are not allowing, like we can, like the thing in our app is we have option to share image outside. We are not allowing to interact with each other. The users cannot interact with each other, cannot share data with each other. So does the app share users current physical location with other users? No. App allow users to purchase digital goods? No. Any swastik Nazi symbols? No. If the app is a web browser or search engine, if it is a browser or search engine, we will have to opt for yes. So now no, save questionnaire. So now we'll click on calculate rating. So based on our answers, it has calculated the rating. So app is for everyone, or this 3 plus. So this based on different countries, like that, rest of the world. So this is a IARC rating. So we'll apply this rating. So rating is applied. So we'll go to pricing and distribution. So here, okay, pricing and distribution. So our app is a free app. See this. Once you set a, okay, what does this happening? So we are setting it as free app. So once the app is set as free, it is permanent. You cannot change it back to paid. If we are opting for paid app, then we can shift anytime to free, but once it's shifted to free, we cannot revert it back. So make sure you decide it on beforehand. So app availability, so here what we have to do is, six, we can even like restrict our app in its particular countries, or we can make our app available only in particular countries. So that is the thing. I don't have anything with any other countries, no restrictions, so I'm making it available for all countries, 149 plus rest of the world. So here, like if you have a particular app for Wear OS like watch, smartwatch, then we can opt for this. Android TV, like we have to add the images, so you need to upload at least one screenshot for Android TV. Android Auto, like this are for the cars and other stuff. Daydreaming, nothing, we are not using any of those things. Marketing, okay. So here, make sure you guys read this content guidelines. This is like, this really helps. Just have a go through, you will get an idea of what kinds of applications are allowed, which are not, and what are not allowed. So this is like really helpful, but like they have a bit complicated in a complicated manner. Like sometimes if you even don't violate, like the bots, automated bots detect as uh, policy violation, so even for very small mistakes, so better be on the safer side. So I approve this, save draft. So this thing is done, green tape. So we'll now move to app content. So here what is, okay, see this, add a privacy policy. We have to add a privacy policy here in the store listing. So here at the bottom we have the, okay, something is changed. Okay, so the privacy policy section is moved here only. Okay, so here privacy policy start, we have to add a URL for the policy. So what we'll do is we'll generate a privacy policy. So here there is a privacy policy generator. We'll use this one. This is really nice. Like I'm opening this, even they have changed their UI. Okay, so here we have to add our app name, minimalist wallpapers. Here's our app name, app contact information, mail. Personally identifiable information. If you are connecting any information like name, age, location, anything, then you have to specify in the policy. Make sure you don't violate any policy. App type, add supported. Okay, mobile OS, Android, policy affected. Okay, so they have got this new feature. So before like when I used to use this, like before for other apps when I use this feature was not there. This is a very good one. Select owner type, individual, developer name. I publish under names Android, as this is like a developer name for me. I use that. Okay, so I went through the details. Seems like I have to press this. Okay, so I'm using Google Play services is by default if you are using the Android. So I'm opting for AdMock. uh, I have not enabled any Crashlytics. We are not using like any specific, like we have not added any libraries of analytics or Crashlytics. Crashlytics is a really nice one. Like it gives the exact correct reports of the crash. Like suppose if a user enters a particular number or name in your edit text, something like that, then and if suppose if the app crash, then it will give the details like what the user entered in it, and it leads to that crash. So it's really nice. This 5S Crashlytics. Analytics is also good one. Like there is another one like Fabric.io. Here it is. And this is also a analytics tool. So some different things. Like if you are using any of this, you have to opt in. So it can automatically generate the privacy policy with compliance to that. Like it can mention that. So next, free privacy hosting, all done. Okay, so here, sorry, what I'll do is copy Google Docs. So like it is, see this free privacy policy hosting plus website. Like we can use this fly cricket. There are many other websites. So I consider as the Google Docs. Like if you are having a domain, if you are having a website, then you can even host your privacy policies on that. Uh, but I consider here with this only. So I have all my privacy policies in Docs. So all I have to do is copy from there, paste here, and okay, I'll have to do. So I'll create this. I changed that format to in HTML details, so it was a bit different. So now it's okay, good. So here, what I'll do is privacy policy. So this is will be the name. I'll increase the size of this. This is very small. Yeah. Okay, this one is enough. So see this small Android build this app and as an ad supported. So it has done our work. Before it was not like this. It was a bit better, I believe. this terms and conditions. It has already added that here. Still, I'll add that here. We have to provide something separate now. So nothing else. Okay, so what we can do is we can paste this at the end. That would be a bit better. So here I'm done with this terms and conditions. I will make this bigger. 24 will be enough. Okay, I can mess around with this afterwards. So well, I will save this. What we have to do is we have to click on share, get shareable link. So only can view access, copy link, go to Play Store, enter the URL here, done with that, save, that's it, that is done. What is back? So we are done with the app content. So we have to say whether we are using ads. Yes, my app contains ads. We are done with this. Go back. Okay, like this ads and about the ads used to be in this pricing and distribution section, and about the privacy policy it used to be in store listing. So they have moved it here, like like in 2 days back, like 2 or 3 days back. It was not like that because I have uploaded few apps 2 days back. So target age group. Okay, so 16. What is our wallpaper? It's 18 and over. So I consider like app will be used for by teens of 16 to 17 and 18 and over. So next, appeal to children. No, it's a wallpaper app, not a game, something like that which appeals children. So I will consider that no. Like if it appeals to children, like we have to make some changes. We have to comply with the children's policy, COPA, and one more is there, child's operation policy, something like that. So children online privacy policy rule. So like we have to comply with that. We have to make the changes in our ad mock console, like even the ads should not be of age restricted, like even the ad should not be of cigarettes, something like that. So even like that for children. So many restrictions are there, like before it was not that much restricted. Now the Play Store is being become taking serious actions. So next, here what we have to do is target ages 16, 17, 18 and over. Your app doesn't appeal to children. See this, if Google disagrees with your answer, you won't be able to update the app. If this happens, there are a number of ways you can resolve it. Like there will be changes, we have to make the changes. So your app is not enrolled for designed for families. Yeah, some designed for families. So we'll go back. I think this is done. Everything is done. Then why it is not showing? What is left? So all we needed was a refresh. So we have done. See this, pricing and distribution, app content rating is done. We'll check the store listing once. So we have this minimal wallpapers, title, this is the short description, this is the full description. We have a app icon. I will change this in updates. I will change that. I will also add a few screenshots here later. I might also change this. So I just wanted to show you guys, like it's been very late considering previous sessions, like the last session was on 5th and today is 13th. So I was busy with other apps. Okay, so here we'll add the tags. So this is a new feature by Google Play Store, like to target the categories. So ours is creativity is not available, productivity, add, personalization, add, productivity is done, personalization is done. We'll go through once. What else we can consider our app as? So these are various categories, like based on our app content category we can add these tags. Don't think anything is there which refers. Personalization is done. Photography, I don't think. Productivity is also added. So there is nothing else. It's on the theme. We can even add that theme. Here it's wallpaper, so it has got a category as wallpaper as well. So what else? Nothing is left. That's it. So we are done with the tags as well. So now what we'll do is we'll move to our next session. This next thing. All we have to do is we have to go to app release. See this, ready to publish, we got the option there. So we have to go to edit release, as we have already created the release. Here go at the bottom, review. I will change this. Initial release of minimal wallpapers. The initial release of minimal wallpapers and backup. Save. Like I still have to add, like our app doesn't contain the wallpapers, it has got only three wallpapers. So like as they are taking time, so after publishing I can change and update the database. Like I can add wallpapers daily anytime, and it changes the in the app whenever I add image or wallpaper, you say. So it will automatically appear in the app. So that is what dynamically. So next, save, review, start rollout to production. So this thing will publish your app. Confirm. Yes. So app is published, but still it is not available on Play Store. The reason is it takes time, like you can see here. Okay, not here. See this, you can see this minimalist wallpapers pending publication. The others are published. Suppose if we unpublish any app here, this app is unpublished, this app is unpublished by me, so we can even remove from the Play Store, but it will be here available in the console. So app is published, that's it. We why I changed to this? Okay, so sorry, we'll go to a Firebase. So here I got the database. So I'll show you one thing. Not this, I will upload in that app. So here our previous actual what we started. So here is the app, I'm running it. So here in the database we had this. So here are the wallpaper data. I had uploaded this direct links. Instead of that, what we should do is, so to avoid any violation, copyright issues, so we are moving to storage. So I have got this img urls folder, thumbs folder. I'm going to img urls folder, and I'll do is, so here I've got this okay. So here I've got wallpapers. So what I'll do is I will upload them. Suppose if I take this, sorry, so that's not the way the console works. I'll have to click on upload file. So here I'll consider this files. So I have uploaded the image URLs. So it's of 2.37 so these are the sizes. So all I have to do is to click on this first image, I have to copy this, click to copy. Okay, so I have copied. I'll go to database, select all, paste. I'll even paste in the thumb same image. Just for demonstration, like after this session I'll compress for images for thumb, compress all these files for the thumb and upload. So this is the second image, file location, copy, paste. Next image, copy, paste, enter, enter. I hope it is being changed here as well. So there are some issues. Okay, that is not the location. So this, okay, so we have to upload this URL. This is the download URL. I was uploading wrong URL. So okay, sorry guys. So I'm selecting the first one again, clicking on this, copying the URL, going back to database, second image, copy, paste, paste, third image, and this fourth image. So here we go. So here is our app. Start with this. Well, we'll run the app again. Well, images are not loading. What may be the reason? Internet. think so this will be an issue. uh, to figure why everything is fine. I have not changed anything. So only thing changed here is the images are of this size. That is okay. And these images are accessible. Yes, are. Okay, this thing sometimes it happens with the emulator too. So this is by the system. So this is happening at the emulator side. This EAD nodes the emulator system. So see, this is the Google Mobile Ads. SDK will not integrate with Firefox. So I think I've messed up with this dependency. Either with Firebase database and this play services. Sometimes the version conflicts and this happens. So what I'll do is I'll just test it once on my device while testing. So that's it for today's session. So like I've shown you how the images are working. The only thing is we have to upload the images here. Okay, one more thing. I think it's done. So apps we're calling 3.4 MB sent. So that is fine at this side. Okay, so the thing which cost is about that. So that's it for today. Well, if there is anything in the any updates, I will post it in the group. So there will not be anything you will miss. If there are any changes to be made, if there are small changes, then I will post in the group like particular changes. If anyone is interested, they can ask it directly. So okay, so when I run it in my device, it is working fine. So it's something with the emulator. The problem is with the emulator. So let me show you the device. Okay, what I'll do is I will close this emulator. I will run this again. I will show. See this, guys. So it is working fine. So we can set the wallpaper. See the wallpaper, set it. So I will select this, set as wallpaper. and it's showing working fine. So wallpaper is set, so everything is working fine. That's it. So it's something related to the emulator that is causing the issue. It does happen sometimes. uh, make sure you guys test it on different Android versions as well. So sometimes it even happens that your app works on Android 9, 10, it might not work on Android 5, 4, 6, something other versions also. So make sure you guys test it, as it may lead to bad reviews. So that's it for today's session. Hope you guys are getting, like, we have to upload the images here, thumbnails here, and it will change add the this image URLs. Click here, this is the download URL. You can either open link or copy link address and paste in database. This thing is being done manually just for the demonstration purpose. We can even write a particular application, like we can add a button to pick image. It will pick the image and it will upload on this in this folder, as well as it will compress, it will add in thumbs folder, and as well as update the database with the download links. So that can be automated. So just for demonstration purpose I have done that. I'll be working on that later. So that's it for today's session. So I will end this stream. Thank you. So thank you guys, like, for being a part of this. We are ending with simple wallpaper app uh, live streaming. So it was not like a complete tutorial series. Like, I just wanted to show you guys how the R&D is involved, like what we have to search. Sometimes we get messed up, like how we happen to now with the emulator. Sometimes it does happens, we have to search, we have to fix, so it involves a lot of time. So not the coding is not the everything. Like, even after coding, we had to, like, make the screenshots, icons, we have to make description, as well as maintaining them. It involves a lot of tasks. So coding and building, developing the app is one thing, uh, and designing icons, screenshots, and then uploading it. After that, marketing, ASO, uh, app growth, those are also very important parts uh, of, like, for an Android app developer. So if you are uploading apps for yourself, then you have to do all the work. If you are working, just as an Android developer, you can just code as well. So that's it for today, this last session. Thank you guys. Bye.